Welcome to this week's issue of PlayPrint21, the weekly news bulletin from print21.com.au. This week we're at Style Print in Mernivelle, suburban print business like many around the country. Style Print is where Indy Griffiths works, who was the graphic designer that went over to Russia, sponsored by Visual Connections, and she took part in the Young People's World Skills Championship going over there. Congratulations, Indy, great results. You got a great result over there. News this week is led from the other end of town, the bigger end of town, in fact the biggest. Ovato has opened the biggest store, has officially welcomed visitors, clients, everybody else to the biggest print site in Australia, the new super site at Warwick Farm. It's just had a new $20 million man roll and 80-page press in there. That joins 7 other presses that have been transferred in as the company has closed Moorebank. Ovato, of course, formed from IP at the merger, IPMG and PMP, and is now one company. Michael Hanlon told Patrick Howard that it was a mammoth task. It was painful, of course, closing Moorebank, but it had to be done, and now the company is well positioned to take advantage of the benefits of an integrated site. 35,000 square feet factory, 7.5 hectare site. They're going to build another 4,000 square meter warehouse on there. 10,000 plates a month, 2,000 tons of paper a month put through the presses there. Kevin Slavin says that the business is investing in technology, in data, and in automation. And so a great story over there, great news for print this week, biggest print site in the country. Ovato, of course, now has single sites in Queensland, in Sydney, New South Wales, and in Victoria, in Perth, and of course in Adelaide with its Griffith Book Press. Congratulations there to all, and let's hope it's a great success. Also in the news this week, also in the good news for the print industry, Smithers, the big international research agency, has released its latest data, which predicts from now until 2029, the next decade, digital print will grow by 65%. So a huge upswing in digital, and digital packaging print will grow by an enormous 420%, 4 times its current size. And Smithers says this is being driven by the online world, by brands wanting short runs, personalised, regionalised, every other type of eyes there is, to enable them as they communicate directly with the consumer, with the buyer through the online world. They want to make sure their brand is well presented on the package. Visitors to Drupa next year will see this digital technology really taking off. Already we've got systems from EFI, from Heidelberg, from HP. Next year at Drupa they'll be joined by the joint venture from KBA and Durst. They'll also be joined by the Screens joint venture with VHA. They'll be joined with Lander, of course, Canon, various other people will have new technology there. It's a very exciting area. In news this week, not so good, of course, Reactiv, the Kingsley Moores print business in Sydney and Rydalmere that went down in August. That was the business, the Impress business that he bought 4 years ago. It's gone to debts there, $2.7 million, of which $2 million are unsecured creditors. And the assets there, well, in technical terms, not very much. Unsecured creditors are going to get zip. Secured creditors will be battling out for a slither of what they're owed. Well, let's leave that up to the receivers. The business was just one of many, unfortunately, that struggled in the recessionary times that followed the GFC, and also there's a few other issues going on there. In more positive news, GGAI has bought SignPack, the school signs manufacturer. Mark Emery's business GGAI on the acquisition trail. It was only 6 months ago that it bought Colour Co-op. So good news to Mark there, and Larry Weinstein, the owner of SignPack. Great little business, and good to see people expanding. Finally this week, today, Thursday, is the final day of the bindery auction. Plenty of kit up for auction there, not the big stuff obviously. That all went over to the UK used machinery dealer, but plenty of great wide format and finishing equipment there. That's it for this week's issue of PlayPrint21. My name is Wayne Robinson, signing off. Go to print21.com.au for all your week's news.